and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos about the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free. And we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for self-care. You'll need a chair and a block for today's class. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you can substitute a large book, or you can just do the class without it. All right, let's get started. So we're going to move forward in our chair, so we're not leaning back. And we're going to take just a moment to connect our feet to the earth. So we think about grounding the feet, equally weighted and feeling like they're connected. And then we're also going to connect our sits bones to the chair. So it's the same idea, right? Equally weighted and feel like you're really stable on that chair. Let's connect to our heart center. Focus your attention in towards the heart. Close the eyes. And just breathe your natural breath. We're going to flip those palms up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to notice our breath as we inhale and exhale. Let's elongate the breath, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Do that a couple more times. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. Just one more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. So we're going to just shrug our shoulders up into our ears. So just feel that stretch there, and then we're going to let them fall. And let's do that again. Shrug those shoulders up into the ears and let them fall. One more time. Shrug up into the ears. Let them fall. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to have our hands down by our side. You'll just feel a little more stretch. So shrug the shoulders up into the ears, and then we're going to let them fall. Let's do that again. Shrug. Let them fall. One more time. Shrug. And let them fall. Excellent. All right. Good job. Now we're going to let our ear just fall towards our shoulder. So you should be feeling this side of the neck. All right. Now you're going to lift up with this hand and just place it lightly on your head. So you're not going to pull or tug. Just let the weight of the hand give your head, your neck a little more stretch. Now, opposite arm is going to extend out to that wall beside you. Flex through the wrist and push through that palm. One more breath. All right, let's bring the hand down. Take the hand off of the head. Lift that head up. Okay, good. Let's go to the other side now. So we're going to let that ear fall towards the shoulder first. So just feel that stretch. Just whatever feels good, right? Natural range of motion here. Now we're going to reach up with the hand and we're going to place it lightly on that head and just give it a little weight there. Opposite arm extends. Push through the palm of the hand, flexing the wrist. One more breath here. Let's bring the hand down, take the hand off of the head, and lift that head up. All right, very, very good. We're going to move now into a cow pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to rotate so that the thumbs are towards the back of the room. My shoulders stay down. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind you, and then just kind of lift up a little bit. So I'm looking up a little bit. I'm just a little open throat there, right? So the chin lifts just a little. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Now I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to place them on my thighs. Elbows are wide, tuck the chin, round down and look at your belly. And let's do that again. Lifting up, thumbs to the back wall, open up through the throat. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, and then round down into cat pose. Okay, let's do that one more or two more times. Let's add the breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Last time. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And release. Let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to do an alternate nostril breathing. So this is a breathing technique where you breathe in one nostril and out the other, and it's intended to balance your energy and quiet the mind. A little self-care. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm just going to let it sit here in my lap. With my left hand, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to close one nostril. Okay, so before we do that, let's take a deep breath in and out. Now, you're going to take a breath in, and with your thumb, you're going to close this side and breathe out of the opposite nostril. Take your ring finger, bring it into that opposite nostril, breathe in, thumb, breathe out. Now breathe in. Finger's going to close that nostril, breathe out. Breathe in. Your thumb is going to close the nostril open and breathe out. Last time, breathe in. Close the nostril, breathe out. And release. How did that feel? It's kind of an amazing thing, honestly. If you kind of get the rhythm of it and do that nostril breathing, alternate nostril breathing, I think that it's just such a nice way to quiet the mind. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a chin tuck. So I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to stay facing me, but I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to place it on my chin. So I just have just natural, whatever would naturally be, place your finger on your chin. Now, what I want you to do is take your chin, leave your finger right where it is and take your chin away from your finger. Do you see that? Chin tuck. And then let's release it. Let's do that again. And release. Let's do it one more time. Chin tuck. And release. How did that feel? Let's do that one more time. All right? Let's do it. Put that finger on that chin. Here we go. Pull it back. And release. Again, chin tuck. And release. One more. Chin tuck. And release. Very good. Okay. So the next thing is an anterior scalene stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it right under my opposite collarbone. Okay, so you've got this little group of muscles here, right here, under that collarbone. And I want you to put those fingers on that, and you're going to kind of hold those muscles in place. All right? Now, we're going to look over this same shoulder. So you're pinning these muscles, so you might feel a little extra stretch. Okay? Now, we're going to look down, You're still looking over that shoulder, but now down. We're going to come back center, and then we're going to look up. And center we go. Go ahead and face forward and release. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So my hand is coming right under that collarbone, right? So just hold, kind of pin those muscles there. All right, you got that? Now we're going to look over this same shoulder. So look over that shoulder first. Okay, now we're going to look down. We're going to look center. And let's look up. And center. Go ahead and look forward. And release that. Okay, can we do that one more time? One more time. Let's do it. Hold it. Look over the same shoulder. Look down. Look center. Look up. And center. Go ahead and look forward. And do the other side. All right, look over the shoulder. Down. Center. Up. Center. And face forward and release. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do some knee rotations, and I'm going to give you a couple of options, and I will tell you moving forward in your chair is really going to be helpful in this one. So we're going to bring that knee up, and then if you want to, hold on with both of your hands. It's fine, right? So we're going to bring that knee out, down, and up. Okay, and do that again. Out, down, and up. One more time. Out, down, and up. Now we're going to reverse that. So we're going to go down and out and up. Down, out, up. One more. And place that foot on the floor. Okay, so we're going to go the other side. Now, if you don't like holding it with both hands, you can hold it with one hand. That's okay. Ready? Here we go. Out, down, and up. Out, down, and up. Out, down, up. Let's do one more. Okay, stop. Now let's reverse it. Down, out, and up. Down, out, and up. Down, out, and up. One more. And put that foot on the floor. Very good. Let's grab a sip of water. Okay, so we're going to move into a seated triangle pose, and we're going to use our block. But remember, if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. I'll show you how to just use your body. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a heel and a toe and a heel and a toe. So now this leg stays right where it is, and then this leg is at a bit of a diagonal. So let's go ahead and grab that block, okay? And we're going to set that block on the outside of our foot. And you're going to want it in this number 3 position, so this tall position. Okay, good. Bring your arms out to the side, shoulders stay down, belly is tight. Now, we're just going to move at the rib cage. So we're just taking, you see what I'm doing there? Those ribs are just going to the side, but my arms are staying parallel to the floor, right? And then we're going to come center. And let's do that again. And center. Let's do that one more time. Just the rib cage only is moving. And center we go. Okay, let's bring the arms down and just take a moment. Leave the leg right where it is. So now what we're going to do is that same idea, right? Moving right at that rib cage again. And then we're going to take this hand and we're going to let it fall down onto the block. And this arm will be up. Okay, so let's extend those arms out. You'll see here. All right, let's move at the rib cage. Now, you're going to let that hand fall down to the block and the opposite arm is extended up. So if you like, you can look out or you can look up. You feeling that sideways stretching, right? One more breath. All right, pull that belly in tight. We're going to come back into that extended triangle. We're going to bring our ribs back and we're going to bring our hands down. Okay? And let's heel toe that foot in. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other side. So the first thing we'll do is we'll do a heel and a toe and a heel and a toe. All right? So now this leg is at that diagonal and this one's straight. Let's go ahead and reach down and grab our block and place it on the outside of that foot. Bring the arms up. Okay, are we ready? Ribs only. Here we go. Move just at that rib cage. And then we're going to come center. Let's do that again. And center. See how we're disconnecting the upper and lower body? And center. Okay, are we ready? Now we're going to come here and we're going to let that hand fall to the block. Maybe you look up, maybe you look out. Really feeling the openness in the chest. We're not like collapsing on ourselves, right? Lifting up, feeling that openness in the chest. One more breath here. Let's come back. Bring the ribs back center. Bring the hands down and heel toe that foot in. Okay. All right, very good. So now you've got two versions, and if either of those two versions is great. If you want a little bit more, it's a little different, but it's actually, it'll feel differently. Let's go ahead and grab that block. We're going to heel toe this foot out just like we did before. So now instead of the block being on the outside of the foot, it's going to be on the inside of the foot. So you can already see, right? We're going to be twisting even more. So we're going to be really working through that side waist even a little bit more. Okay, you don't have to. Remember, you got two other versions. Let's come out. Let's just do the ribs first. So it's nice to just isolate that upper body, and then down we go. And let's do that again. Slide. Come back center. Okay, here we go. We're going to slide, and then we're going to take that hand to that inner block and then open. So you feel the difference? I do. We're hanging out here and we're breathing. We just have one more breath. All right, press up. Bring the ribs center. Bring the hands to the lap. Grab your block. Heel toe this foot in. Okay, and we've got the other side. This is it. Last time, last side. Heel toe, heel toe. So we got this leg at a diagonal. Now we're going to put the block on the inside of that foot. Bring those arms out. Take just the rib cage and slide that upper body over and then come center. Let's do that again. Out and center. One more. Out we go. And then take that hand to the block and open. Remembering your placement of your head is wherever feels good for you. One more breath. Press the arms up. Bring the waist center. And hands are down. Very, very good. Okay, so let's just set our block under our chair for right now. We'll come back to it. So we're going to do a straddle forward fold, but we're going to be moving way back in our chair. So basically, you're going to slide your hips back so that the seat of the chair is between your legs. So this is already, for me, you feel a stretch. So this is a straddle forward fold, just like we've done, if you've been with me before, we've done this one but not maybe necessarily with using the chair like this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're holding onto that chair and we're just going to begin to let our heart fall forward. So you hold on to the seat of the chair for support here. Are you feeling that stretch? I am. One more breath. Okay, let's go ahead and lift up. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Let's let that heart begin to fall forward, hanging onto that chair, giving ourselves support. One more breath, and then come forward, up. Okay, now, what I want us to do is we're going to do a counter stretch for that. So we're going to move forward in the chair, just kind of relieve the pressure in those legs. So now we're going to bring our heel toe and heel toe our feet out just a little bit, and then let your knees fall in. I went too far. So you want to let those knees fall in. So just a little internal rotation for the hips. Do you feel that? Should feel pretty good. Hang it out. One more breath. All right. Very good. So now we're going to do that again with one little add-on. So let's go ahead and scoot back. Okay, so as I begin to let my heart fall forward, I'm going to place my right arm on that, it's kind of elbow really, because the arm kind of hangs off. So I'm going to place that arm down. How's that feel? Are you okay with that? You know, here's a great idea. If it's not feeling good, you could use that block, right? So that could be a really good option. I didn't even think of that, honestly, but that would be a really good option for you if this doesn't feel good. Okay, now we're going to revolve. So that arm is coming up. So as I revolve, think about your rib cage. So you want those top and bottom ribs to be stacked. So that's the idea. Don't overextend the arm that's in the air. It should be a natural extension of your arm, your shoulder. So you've got shoulder, shoulder, and wrist in alignment. Okay, let's bring that hand down. Put that elbow on the mat, on the chair, and then we're going to open up the other side. How does that feel? I feel that one. Do you? Right? Stacking those ribs, the rib cage top to bottom here. That arm is a natural extension of the shoulders. Let's go ahead and come back down. Grab that chair, roll up. Okay, let's come forward and do the internal hip rotation. So it's just a little counter stretch. Man, right? So just do a couple of heel toes out and then let your knees fall together. So how's that feel? I like this one. All right, one more breath. Let's go ahead and bring those feet back into that natural position, hands on thighs, and grab a sip of water. We're going to heel toe our feet just a little bit wide here, and then let your knees fall together. So whatever, however wide those feet feel good to you, so that you can bring those knees together. Bring those arms out, palms facing forward. Right arm on top. We're going to cross over and hug ourselves. Let your head fall. And you're just kind of looking down at your arms, down at your lap. Make sure you're not holding the head up. Just let the head fall. One more breath. Okay, lift the heart up. Open up those arms. Take the knees wide. Now, we're going to bring those knees together. The other arm is going to be on top. Hug yourself. Let the head fall. Tuck the chin, looking down. Don't hold your head up. One more breath here. Lift up. Release. Bring the knees out. And then heel toe those feet back together. How'd that feel? I like that one too. So we're going to grab our block. Don't worry if you don't have a block, it's fine. And we're going to place it between our feet. So I've got it in the number 2 position on its end. Okay, so up on its end and wide. Great. Place your hands behind your head, elbows are wide, and squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Think about having those feet grounded to the earth. Okay, so remember how we did that at the beginning? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to bring those elbows forward, pull the belly in, and then I want you to release the hands and put the forearms on the thighs, but the palms are facing down. So you kind of, it's a seated child's pose. So we just have one more breath here. Now we're going to lift up. We're going to bring those hands back behind. We're going to do that one more time. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind. Elbows are nice and wide. Feet are on the earth. Pull the belly in. We're going to release into that seated child's pose. My arms are resting on my thighs. Palms are facing down. Let yourself just hang out here. Head is falling. It's a rest position. One more breath. And up we go. Okay. So if it feels okay, you can keep doing that version. But if it feels okay, instead of coming down here, we're going to bring our hands to the block and we're going to let ourselves hang out in between our legs. So your belly is going to be hanging out between your legs and your hands are on the block. Or you can still have the arms on the thighs. Hands behind the head, elbows wide, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Release into that seated child's pose. Maybe the hands come to the block. Let the head fall. One more breath. Pull the belly in. Come back up. Hands behind the head. Elbows wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades. This is our last one. Here we go. Hinge forward. Placing those hands on the block if that feels okay. Child's pose. One more breath. And we're going to roll that up into a seated position. Very good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab that block in that left hand. Okay? Arms are at goalpost arms. Now my feet are on the floor. My belly is tight. I'm going to bring the block across. And I'm going to grab it with my other hand, and then I'm going to open. Okay? Now, I'm going to bring the block across. I'm going to grab it with that opposite hand, and then I'm going to open. Block comes across. We're going to grab it with that hand, and we're going to open. Hand with the block comes across. Grab it with that other hand. Open. Let's do it one more time on each side. We've got this. So a little twisting action right at the ribs, right? You feel it? And the other side. Grab that block and open. Very, very good. Okay, release. I'm just going to set my block under my chair, get it out of my way. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it up. And we're going to let that left knee fall down towards the floor. Push that foot back, crescent lunge. Open up your arms, and you're going to cross one arm on top of the other and give yourself a hug in your crescent lunge. Release the knee, open the arms up, and then we're going to hug ourselves with the opposite arm on top, pressing that kneecap up towards the ceiling, the back of the kneecap up towards the ceiling. Open it up, release that knee, hand comes down, and let's face forward. Now this leg, we're going to cross on top of the opposite leg, for a little seated pigeon. Okay, so just hang out here for a moment. So a little stretch into that hip and glute. If you want a little more, lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall forward. You don't have to, right? You may not need any more. I know, right? Such a great stretch, though. And up we go. Okay, let's release that. Now we're going to take this knee and we're going to open it up. Let the opposite leg fall down. Push the foot back, lift the heart. Open up. Cross one arm on top, doesn't matter which one. Hug yourself. Open it up. Let that knee fall down. Now we're going to cross with the opposite arm on top. Press the back of the kneecap to the ceiling. Hug yourself. Open back up. Bring the hands down. Face forward. We're going to cross that ankle on top of that knee. We're going to hang out here for just a couple of breaths. Okay, if you want a little more, you're going to lengthen and then hinge forward. One more breath. All right, up we go. Sit back in your chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip your palms up to the ceiling, Shavasana pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full, complete, cleansing breath out.
Value of struggle. Would you be interested in playing a game if you knew in advance you could not lose? Maybe you'd like it for a while, but it would very soon become boring and unfulfilling. Do you really want a life that's all pleasure and comfort and no challenge or struggle? Could you tolerate even a few days of such an existence? What makes life such a good thing is the fact that it's not a sure thing. What makes life difficult is also what enables life to have meaning. A rock never has to struggle to be a rock, but it never experiences any fulfillment either. Courage, persistence, resilience, and innovation are all buttressed by an appreciation for the value of struggle. Though struggle is not pleasant, it is often necessary and almost always enriching. You can do what you must when you must, and though it won't be easy, it's by far your most rewarding choice.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.